Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. Good morning and a warm welcome, one and all, to yet another webinar hosted by DXN Middle East. As you all know, we are going through a pandemic period. COVID-19 has hit all over the world, but now the things are getting settled. And especially for DXN, the things are even more better. DXN Middle East is coming in front of you every day without any fail with one guest speaker to talk about DXN products, DXN system, and the happiness. And today, we are really fortunate to have one of its kind of guest with us, who is the mentor for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, DXN Middle East, as I told, is filled with a lot of things. Now we have introduced personal website, which will help you to boost your business. Personal website is a tool for you to invite new prospects and make them use DXN products. But when you are using personal website also, even for personal website or for your regular business, always you will have obstacles. You will have a lot of objections. And to clear those objections, how to handle effectively those objections, how to transform objections into potentials. We have a wonderful guest with us to explain more in detail about this. Ladies and gentlemen, when I particularly get a chance to introduce this speaker, I'm very, very happy because we have a lot of things to share about this particular person. As I told in the beginning, he is a mentor for all of us. A person who has changed his career from an aeronautical engineer to a full-time DXNer. A person who was engaged in teaching his students on how to fly in the air. And now he is teaching his students on how to find happiness in their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first and foremost crown ambassador of DXN Middle East to talk about objection handling. Please welcome Mr. Mohammed Fatemi Ghani. Mr. Ghani, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you very much, Shabi, for giving a wonderful introduction.
Thanks a lot, Mr.
I'm
Ghani.
a teacher by heart. So this is what I enjoy doing it.
Absolutely. Mr. Ghani, we all are eagerly waiting to hear from you how to handle objections, because this is one of the very important topics that every DXNer should learn about, because you know it very well, like how objections are coming and the people are facing it. So the stage is all yours. Over to you. Thank you so much.
So please confirm when you see my screen and you can hear me also, because that is very important. I don't want to start the presentation and nobody can hear me. That is very, so you can see my screen, I'm sure.
Your voice is perfect, your screen is perfect. You can just go for full views. Absolutely, this is fine. Perfect, Ms. Ghani.
All right. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and good morning, everyone. This is a very burning topic, professional ways to handle objection. And I'm going to not just talk about the direct selling. There are a lot of people who have approached me who are not from direct selling business, but they are from business. They are from marketing and sales background. So those who have been associated with marketing and sales, you are facing a lot of questions and objections. So what you need to understand is whether it is direct selling, whether it is indirect selling, whether it is traditional marketing, whether it is non-traditional marketing, even you as a jobber, when you go and talk to your boss, when you go and talk about some request to be made, there is an objection coming. So this is in general for everyone. I'm going to teach you how to handle objections in a very professional manner. So today's webinar, I'll be asking questions, and interestingly, first time I'm going to do the polling also, so that I get a feedback as to what is the opinion, what is your feedback to some of the questions. I'll be asking a couple of questions, 4 or 5 questions in total. So my first question to you all is, what are objections? So we go to the poll, and in that poll, you will be looking at this poll. Can you just give me a second? I will go into the poll. First question of the poll is, Shebi, can you see my question?
Yes, Mr. Ghani.
Okay, so I'll give everyone 1 minute. Shebi, you can also, is objection rejection? So kindly put yes or no, just one answer, and in 1 minute I am going to share the result with you all. So go ahead and as quick as possible. Polling is Shebi, it is showing that polling is closed. All right. So there is, again, I said this is the first time I'm doing the polling. So go ahead and start voting. And now I see 2 out of 30 people who have voted. So as soon as possible you see this, please go ahead and start putting your answer. Is objection, in your opinion, rejection? What is objection? Is it rejection, yes or no? So as I said that I'm going to give you a minute, and out of that minute, 40 seconds is already gone. And the moment the 1 minute part comes, I'm going to stop polling and I'm going to show you the result. So this is a very important feedback for me. So here I am, 1 minute gone, and you are looking at the result. Can you see the result? Shebi, can you see the result, please?
Yes, we can see.
So thank you very much for your answer. My question was, is objection rejection? And most of you all have answered no, and some 22% have answered yes. So this is the first question. I move to the next slide. Now, as a direct seller network marketing professionals, you are bound to get objections. If there are no objections, then there is something not very right. There has to be questions. So remember, what are objections? They are questions. They are not rejections. So that is the answer. So when you talk about products, when you talk about business, there has to be questions. And your skillful professionalism depends upon how you handle these objections. And if you're handling it professionally, then 90% of your job is done. So how do you answer the objections? There are no's coming. There are a lot of doubts, queries coming. Now your knowledge, your experience, your handling of these questions should convert into that no into yes. So the question is, can you convert the no to yes? What are the objections? Now, as far as our business is concerned, we have got fantastic product, fantastic business. We are talking about happiness. Then why people are objecting? Why they are asking you these questions? The number of very common objections that I have heard over a period of time: products are too expensive. I'll call you later. I don't believe in herbs and natural supplement. Natural thing, I don't believe in it. And whatever I'm using, I'm happy with it. Whatever cream and coffee and tea, I like my brand. I don't know enough people. You talk about business, I have to go and talk to the people. I don't know enough people. I don't have time. Now, this is something which we hear a lot. I don't have any business background because I have been working throughout my life, 20, 30 years. How can I enter into the business? I don't have money right now. Maybe later, yes. I'm not too educated, or I am not higher up in the status, from the point of view of my family and all that. People give me that type of objection also. Now, if people living in the Middle East, they've got a fear factor. I cannot do this business because my company will not allow me, one. Or my company can fire me if they come to know that I'm doing a side business. And then I have to talk to my husband or to my wife or to my teacher or to my doctor in order to get approval. Now, these are what I call it fluffy objections. These are the objections that you can handle very easily. The two very, very important questions that is coming are, I'm not a salesman. Is it to do something with the selling, or is it MLM? Now, these two questions are very, very important in the mind of people who would like to do the business, but still they are having this one question which I said, selling. Do I need to sell? So in your presentation and in your talk, make sure the objections or the questions are all cleared. That is how knowledgeable, experienced, and skillful you are. Before the objection comes, you answer those objections, those questions. That, look here, the product that you are going to use, you see the benefit, you share about the benefit, no selling. That is what you need to focus on. Is this one of those pyramid MLM things, or is it MLM, or is it like this company or that company? Now, here you need to answer by asking another question. That is what I call it, the magic of asking questions. In direct selling, there will be a lot of questions. So what do you ask that person? What do you mean by MLM? What do you understand by this pyramid? So these two are important questions. The other questions you can very easily. So I go to the next poll, and this is very important. And that poll is about a very interesting question. How do you feel when you hear objection? So if you would kindly answer this question, I'll give you 1 minute again. How do you feel? Not how do you think. How do you feel when you hear the questions or when you hear the objections? This is 3 kinds of feelings people usually get. They get frustrated, they get angry. Sometimes you have done a fantastic presentation and you are helpless. You said, why he is not understanding? So there is a helplessness is there. And when you hear a lot of no, then I've seen even leaders saying that I'm getting demotivated. I mean, why they cannot understand such a beautiful product that we have, Ganoderma, and such a beautiful business that we have, and such a beautiful product that we have, which is called Jimpuri, which you'll come to know in a few weeks' time. So 1 minute is gone, and I'm going to end the poll, and now I'm going to share the result to you all. So the majority of the people feel frustrated. And it's good that you don't feel angry. Helpless, 9%, 36% feel demotivated. Now, this is very interesting. Why? Because this is your feeling, and your feeling is very important. So, how to do this objection handling where you don't feel frustrated, you don't feel helpless, and you don't feel demotivated? And this is what I'm going to share in the coming 40-50 minutes. Right. So I go to the next slide, which is all this is given in my book, Map Your Freedom, how to handle objection in detail from page number 71 to 74. And most of the material, I've got it out from there. Why do you get objection? Now, this is where it starts from your mindset, your belief. So people are looking at you. Remember that people are smart. They are looking at your body language. They are looking at your tone, not what you are saying. So how much of belief you have, it starts from here. Do you believe in the product? Do you believe in the business? Do you believe in the company? And most important, what you are saying, do you believe in what you are saying? Do you believe in yourself? So the belief factor is very, very important. And people are judging you from that belief factor that you have, because that is a vibration that you're giving out to the people. So the belief comes around products and around business. If you are a product of the product, when I say product of product, I don't mean only using the product. If you're using the product, that is the first part of the business. People can see you, that you're having more energy, you're looking better, you're feeling better. They can see it, especially those who are close to you. And product of the product, now I talk about business. Now you have to become successful in business. Not just be there, you are a member, you are a star agent, you are a star diamond, even you are a triple diamond. But if you are not earning that $3,000 or $4,000, at least $1,000, then you are not product of the product. You become product of the product when you are successful in the business. Now the question comes, if you joined just now, how you become product of the product? You tell that I have joined in a business. You tell me who has become very successful within 1 month or 1 year. After 1 year, I'm going to show it to you that I am saying, and I'm going to do it for you. So you get objection because of your presentation. Now, why I say presentation? Because the moment we see a prospect, we start doing the presentation about the DXN company and the product and the marketing plan from 6% to a diamond, all that. That you need to stop. That is what you are doing wrong. My friend, if you would like to become professional networker, you have to stop giving presentation and start doing conversation. If you learn this one thing from my today's webinar, inshallah ta'ala, you'll become successful. We are kind of doing conversation every day, whether it is online, offline, online. Now, if you look at the picture, this is a beautiful picture. The guy on the right side is a presenter, and the lady on the left side is a prospect. Now, can you see the just, if I don't say anything, can you see the body vibration? The way the guy is presenting to the girl, and the girl is accepting with a smile and with that yes. This is what you need to understand. If you are doing conversation, not talking about the product immediately. That all will come much later. But as far as prospecting is concerned, as far as getting the person close to you is concerned, should be around conversation. Presentation is you are talking. Conversation is both way traffic. It is them getting involved. 20% you should be talking, and your talking should be around questions. And 80% let the prospect talk. It is exactly opposite. I've seen when people are talking to people, the prospects, 80% of the talk is being done by the person, and the prospect is just listening and listening. So that number you need to change. And this is another reason why we are getting the objection. This is how we get after the prospect. And the prospect says, please, Baba, stop that thing what you're doing on my head. I cannot take it. Now, if I ask you this question, are you doing it? Are you pushing the sales? Are you going after the prospect in a way that the person says, when is this guy going to stop all this, what he or she is talking? So learn to listen and listen to learn. This is a beautiful picture I got. And I feel that if you understand this about your prospects, pain and the need, this is the bottom line. You don't talk about the Gyanodharma, you don't talk about the business, you don't talk about the happiness and health and wealth and money and COVID-19. You talk about what is the pain of that person. The world is going through the pain. The world is going through the need. Almost 40 million people lost a job globally. So you can well imagine, a lot of people's salary has been cut. They are in pain. You need to find that pain. You have to connect the dots. If you know exactly to reach out to that person, then you will be definitely be very, very successful. So the 5 skills in doing the direct selling business. Now, please, this is the most important slide of my today's presentation. Connection and building trust. Number 2 is doing natural approach and finding their problems, the pain and the need, the natural approach, doing the conversation, not presentation. 3rd is giving the natural presentation and giving solution. 4th, which my topic is, answering questions and objections. And the 5th is closing and decision by the prospect and taking the action. So this is important. And here I come to the 3rd pole. And this is the most important pole of all my presentation that I'm going today. So if you are looking at the question, please, I'm going to give you 2 minutes for, because this is a little longer. According to you, which one of the following option is the most important skill? Only one skill in your business. Connection and building trust. Then is doing natural approach of finding their problems, giving natural presentation, giving solution, answering the objection, and the decision which the prospect takes at the end. So please, once again, read all the 5 and then answer. Don't just jump into the answering the question. Number 1 is building trust. You have to build trust with the prospect. That is important, because without trust, the person is not going to talk. And then the conversation is there. And then the presentation, you are giving solution to the people. So I would like, there are 52 people. Please, I would like all of you to take part in this polling. And I'm just saying about 16 people up till now have gone into the polls. Immediately, all those who are listening, just don't listen to me. Please get involved. I want your feedback. It is important. I don't see anybody giving answer to the third one, which is giving solution or giving natural presentation and answering the objections. You mean to say without objections, you're going to do the sale or make that person a member or a consumer? Not possible. Action last is also equally important. And up till now, only 20 people have answered. I'm going to close the poll after about 15 seconds. So once again, there is action has to be done, of course, by the person. And then you have to answer the objections or the questions, and you have to give the solution. So there are 21 people out of 50 who are in this webinar right now who have answered. I'll end the polling now, and I'm going to share the result. And I hope you are seeing the result. 52% of the people have answered that building trust is important, and 43% has said that natural approach and finding problems is the second most important thing, and only 1% has said closing is important. I don't know what the rest of the people are doing, or for as far as the natural presentation and the answering of the question, that I did not get any result or the percentage that was there. So I'll stop sharing this, and I would like to say that most of my people who have been in my presentation in webinars before, they knew this answer for sure, because those were the people, they all went for number 1 or number 3 or number 4 and number 5, and number 2 natural approach was a few of them. So I believe those people who were there, they knew the answer, and the answer now is, the correct answer is breakdown. 10% is trust. Now you would be saying only 10%. Yes, that is the start, of course. Without that, it doesn't happen. And 75%, the most important factor and the skill that you need to learn is how to talk, what to talk, when to talk, and finding the problem. That is 75%. That is the key. Natural presentation, giving the solution is 5%. Answering question and objection, 5%. And closing and taking action by the prospect is 5%. So that totals 2. So you know exactly where to focus. All of them are important. But without finding the problem, you cannot give the presentation. You cannot ask, you know, where is that person problems, and you give the solution and the question that is going to come. So building trust starts with you. What you have done to them that they come closer to you, and finally they open up. You have to do something good. So with friends, relatives, neighbors, colleagues, you have been together. So that is the reason why there is a certain percentage of trust already there. So that is the reason why I always say that you go and reach out to the people who trust you, not you trust them. So first and foremost, 10% is the trust, and 75% is the natural approach. People have an objection, all right, because while you are talking, you have not shown them the benefit or the value of the program, which is the good health and the good money. The uncovering of the problem, discovery of the problem is the vital part of the conversation that you should have, and talk around WIIT, what is in it for them, to them. To them, what is important. So this natural approach, which is the heart of my book, by the way, is the oxygen. Natural approach is the language you need to learn to go deep inside prospect problem. For example, if I just now start talking with you in Chinese, will you be able to understand? No. Now, a lot of people, I had done the same webinar in Urdu, and a lot of people joined but could not understand. So that language of finding the problem, that is what you need to understand. And they are looking for solution. People who are really kind of disturbed, they are in problem, they are looking for solution. You need to dig to their problem and ask your prospect what motivates them to listen to you. Now, people who comes to me from Facebook, the first thing that I ask them is, thanks for getting in touch with me. What motivated you to get in touch with me? What motivates people? So if their problems are solved, that will motivate them. So out of the two, the pain and the pleasure, if somebody is in pleasure, having good time, that is not what it's going to motivate them. It's the pain that when they come out, of the pain, that is what is going to motivate them. So what are the steps of natural approach? So there are what? R-A-R-E, rare. R stands for rapport, or the trust that you build. That is the first step. A is to grab the attention of that person. You are talking in a way, your conversation is so appealing to them, so attractive to them, that you are getting their attention. If I'm in a problem, like I was in a problem, I'll give you I will not talk about anybody else. I'm going to talk about myself. 10 years I was suffering from my health issue. No cure in the modern medicine. And one fine morning, my neighbor came with that solution. I was just looking for that solution. So the moment that person spoke to me, he got my 100% of the attention. And then R is the request. A request to find his problem by asking question. You are requesting, look here, you have a problem, I have a solution. Do you want to come out of your problem? I need to ask you a lot of questions. So ask question, permission to ask question. So that R is the request. While you're doing the conversation, you need to request, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions because you want to come out of your problem. So that is a request. And E is make it easy. Make the solution easy. He can understand. Make that decision that person is going to make, whether to become a consumer, whether to become a member, or whether to become a member consumer, or that person wants to say no. Make it easy. And throughout in that conversation, tell that person, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm a solution provider. I've come to give you the solution to your problem, to your pain, what you're going through right now. If you like the program, well and good. If you don't like the program, I would like to help you, but I'm not here to grab you and make you a member and sell you the product. I'm not here for that at all. If you think this is the right fit for you, Bismillah, say yes. If you think this is not the right fit, say no to me, no problem. How do you start the conversation? Now, this is the Ford car, one of the most beautiful vintage car. A lot of people ask me in natural approach, what to talk. So this is the formula that I give, Ford H. This is the car Ford Model H. So you talk around F is the family. Everybody can talk for hours about their family. That is the way that you break the ice. Family means everything. We do everything for our family. I mean, are you married? How many, children that you have? Tell me about your parents. Where are you from? Everybody can keep on talking and talking and talking about the family. We do whatever we do for our family. Second is occupation, job, business, whatever they are doing. That is again a big thing that they can talk. R is recreation. Are they getting enough rest? Are they getting enough recreation? They want to go and travel and rest, whatever. Expatriates, wherever you are, Middle East, in Europe, anywhere, that recreation part is not there so much. Reason being, you only enjoy that recreation and rest and relaxation and de-stress when you are with your family. These dreams, all those who have come to work in the Middle East, they came with a dream. And I ask people, that is a very interesting question that I ask. You came with a dream 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years back. I met a gentleman, he was there for 45 years. So I told him, is your dream fulfilled? I asked him basically. He said, yes, some of it has been fulfilled, but it's time for me to go back home. Now this is my dream, to go back home. A lot of people have come and their dreams are not fulfilled. And the H is health. Ask about their health, how they are as far as this pandemic is concerned, how is the family and all that. So instead of talking about the features, which is what is something, this Ganoderma, what is that something? Focus in your presentation. The third part is what something does to that person. This is so powerful. Focus on your talk, focus on your presentation around the benefit. All those who are in my group where I do the coaching once in a week, Facebook group called Health, Wealth and Personal Development, I spoke about this, how to do the natural presentation both in Urdu and in Urdu and English. If you have not seen, go back and I'll show you the link also. So talk around company, product, business and startup option around the benefit. And only 1%, out of that one part is the features. So please watch this coaching that I did on natural presentation in the Facebook group. What is ITT? What's in it to them, for them? People make time for what's important to them, not what's important to, I love DXN, I love Ganoderma or the business, I got my financial freedom. They are not bothered about it. They want to see how I can get benefit. What is important to me? That is what they're looking at. So the fourth is the answering questions and objections. So in that, remember, yes and no is the answer that you are looking for, not maybe. Maybe is a time waster. So try to get that maybe to yes or no, and then if it's still maybe, get it on one side. Keep in mind, please do not push people with their objections. If they have come with an objection, they need a solution. They need an answer. And don't be offensive with the question and don't be defensive with the question. Go along with the objection that they are having. And the key to handling the objection is you need to build that trust, to open their mind, open their heart, give proper respect and care to the people, irrespective the person is educated, is not educated, is rich or poor. You have to give that respect and care. Do not be salesy. And in the end, always tell. Takeaway is the thing. If it is the right fit, say yes. If it is not the right fit, say no to me. So this is the example that I give. This is your prospect, which is you're looking at my left hand, and right, that's you. So when the prospect gives you an objection, it's trying to push you. So what we do is we push back. The question comes, is it MLM? No, 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 it is not MLM. This is not like what you're thinking. Is this product very expensive? No, no, the product is not expensive. This is being used by 10 million people. That's not the way to go about with it. So I'll teach you now that how to handle this objection, that is by not giving any resistance. If this guy pushes, instead of you pushing, you just relax, let that guy push, and nothing happens. That is what you need to understand. So the need to handle objection is critical, because once their questions are answered, it becomes easy for them to make the decision. And the last, which is the 5%, is closing and making the decision. This is what you want actually. So help that person to look for that solution that they are looking for. Their problem and pain you have solved. So make their decision easier. It should come out from inside them with their willingness. They say yes, they do like this. Now, again, the objections, or I get a lot of questions, people have joined my business, but they are not working, or they have stopped working. They've stopped using the product. They have stopped doing the business. Why? Because you forced them to become a consumer. You forced them to become a member. That's why they stopped. Why should they stop if they have found a solution to their problems? So closing sales is easy, and this guy, he's got ebook in the Google. If you go and do the research in the Google, you'll find it. Search. Selling is a learned skill. This is a skill, and this is one of the oldest profession, selling. Even a small kid, if that kid wants to get something, so he goes around his parents in one way or the other trying to get it. So he's selling. So selling is like riding a bicycle or driving a car. Learn what to do, and then definitely say the right thing to go for the closing of the sale. So now I'm going to talk about this 5 steps to handle objection. How to handle the objection professionally. Number 1, uncover the objection. What is the reason why that person is asking that question? Clarify the objection, validate the objection, test the objection, and handle the objection. Now, this is what I call it being really professional. You just don't jump on that person and start answering. So these are the 5 steps. And I'll tell you from where I got it. I didn't know myself till I got the professional coaching from my coach, and her name is Sonia Stringer. I'm going to show you the link from where I'm getting the coaching. Uncover the objection. For a question, ask another question. Again, I'll come to that part. Is this MLM? Ask, what do you mean by MLM? So try to find why that person is asking that question. So in that scale 1 to 10, after you do your natural approach, find the problem, giving the presentation, you can ask from 1 to 10, 10 being, yes, you need the product because this product I can see is giving good health to me, or 1, I don't want it. So tell me, be very honest, where would you scale yourself? Where would you, put your rating as? 10, 1, 4, 5. So the feedback you need to get, and then you need to clarify the objection. Like, because this is a very important for the business builders, for the people who are already in the network marketing, or they heard, is this pyramid. The top person gets all the money. So clarify, what do you mean by that? Can you tell me more about that? I'm I'm sure you have the reason for saying that. Can I ask what it is? Why you are asking that question? So clarify. Best way to handle the objection is to ask question and listen and listen and listen. And let the prospect clarify, define why he's asking that question. Validate the objection. Validation means you need to give proof. If it is not what you are saying, I mean, the prospect is asking, is it MLM? And you say, no, it is not MLM. So now the Christian still he is not satisfied with your answer. So is this MLM where top person earns all the money? Now that is the question. Now you can say, look here. The typical pyramid is where the top person is there, like in any organization where the person is a chairman, the president, he gets the maximum money, not the vice president and not the general managers. This is what the structure looks like. In our business, the structure is like this, inverted. You join there, right bottom, and the top slot is empty. So do you think this right figure, the triangle which is inverted, is that pyramid or this is pyramid? Of course, the left side is pyramid, the right one is not pyramid. So that's how our business is. And then you can show that people who had joined much later have become, successful also. And you should have, a story behind that also. So there is a question on timer. I don't have enough time. And you immediately jump into, what do you mean by you don't have time? You are working only 40 hours and you're sleeping maybe about 50 hours. You have got so many hours, that is 168 hours. You watch television and you watch, YouTube and all that. Again, that is pushing. You don't do that. So try to find that inspiration that the person is at. And now I'm going to just read it. If you want to inspire people to see things differently, doesn't have time, you have to show him in a different way. So you need to validate how they are seeing things from your person. You can validate people's concern by saying, it sounds to me like you have a concern about time. Am I hearing you correctly? Time is a problem for you because you're working, 5 days, 6 days, you're working 40, 50, 60, 70 hours. So if time is your objection or that is your challenge, I can see that. That's totally understandable. I get it. So what you have done is you have got that person close to you. And then there are ways to again go about and show him that, I'm not talking about 40 hours or 50 hours. I'm talking about just you start using the product. You start talking to people while you are there and all. Objection on scam business. Is this a scam? I know a lot of companies have come and ran away with the money. And this is a small scam business which is there. So how do you validate or prove? Answer to the objection is, in America and Canada, there are two very important organizations called FTC, Federal Trade Commission, and FDA, which does the compliance as far as the food supplements and all these things. So our direct selling companies are regulated by FTC, which is one of the top organization of USA, and FDA. So that is one thing if they are from this part of the world. And you can always talk about what the leaders are talking. The world leaders like Warren Buffett. And he says the best investment I ever made. And this guy has got 3 direct selling business. So you're talking about Warren Buffett. You talk about Bill Gates. Everybody knows about him. If I would be given a chance to start all over again, I would choose direct selling or network marketing. This is those who are seeing me for the first time, listening to this word first time. Direct selling is where the product comes to you direct, and network marketing is another name. MLM is the name of the industry. That is the name of the compensation plan. Bill Gates, everybody knows this guy. This industry gives a chance for everyone. There is no discrimination. Anybody and everybody can be doing it. Anthony Robbins, one of the most powerful, most highly paid motivational speaker in the world. What's beautiful about network marketing is that you have got all the benefits of being an owner, but you don't have to worry about supply chain. No worry is there. That is the worry of the company. You don't have to worry about the accounting, all the finance, logistic, especially in the world we are today. There are really some great companies out there. Network marketing is amazing. And DXN, which is next to my heart, can you see that? Everything is right over here. That is DXN. That DXN is one of the best company. I will not say it is the best company. We will become in the top 10 slot or the top 5 slot, but I have been seeing a lot of top companies who are above us. All those 14 companies I keep on comparing, we are definitely the product has helped millions of people. The business have helped millions of people. We are definitely one of the top companies in the world. Tell your and other people's story. People get connected to your real story. The attention that you want to get of the people is through your story. A real story are emotional. And you know, our brain has got two parts. One is the logic and the other one is where there is some decision, the emotion is there. And you will find a lot of people who are very composed, sometimes they break. That is because that part of the brain. So people take decision because of that emotional part of the brain, not the logical part. There's logical part, there's emotional part of the brain. And I'll tell you now, the impact of the story, look at this brain which is there. Story triggers the release of a trust hormone called oxytocin. And the visual prompts the brain to make a decision for you. So what is the difference between story? The story that you are telling and the way you are saying it. Your body language and the tone is 93%, not the words. They are looking at you. Are you a real person? Are you what you are saying? That makes the impact of the story. And there are a lot of courses going on how to do this storytelling. Test the objection. As I said, objections people have just for the sake of objection. They are asking questions just for or they want to clarify. These are fluffy. These are the things that you can very easily remove it. So the body language of that person plays also an important role. So you have to be very observant. Your body language, he is seeing or she is saying, and you have to observe how that guy is. If the guy is just relaxed like that, or while you're talking, he's in his mobile doing the texting, that means this guy is not serious. The faster that you make a decision to reject that person, not he says, you reject that person. So the fluffy objections are, I don't have enough people. I don't have money right now. Now, these are the questions that you can very easily handle. So to test people's objection to see if they are real, you can say something like, I'm curious. I mean, you said I don't have time, I don't have money. So if I can put this time and money on one side, if this is one side, are there any other questions or concern you need to be answered in order to feel comfortable to make the decision? If these two are removed, are you ready to look into my program? If time is, say, you don't have any issue of the time. You got a time issue, I give you a solution. You got a money issue, I give you a solution. Are you ready to listen? So that is how you need to, answer that. How to further do the testing? If they say, well, yes, I am also concerned about this, then you have to repeat that. So if they say yes, I have some other question, ask some more question. If they say no, time is my biggest barrier, then you are likely that you will get that person into your program. Handle the objection. There's objection, there is a response. This alignment of you with that prospect is through this formula called feel, felt, found formula. There's an objection coming. What you are doing is, instead of pushing, You go along with that. Go along. Not push, not pull. And let that person be with you. And this entire thing is given in my page 73. But I'm just going to give you, what do you mean by feel? The person says, is this require a lot of selling? I'm just giving you one example. I understand how you feel about selling. What you are giving the question, I understand how you feel. Now what happens? This wording let the customer know that you have heard him, and you can understand, you can relate, you are with that, you are understanding it. Number two, feel, felt. Initially, you can say, I also felt that same way, or other people also felt in the same way. So now you're letting that prospect know that this initial thought of the selling thing is common. This is not something. So the selling fear factor that I have can be changed. So I understand how you feel. Okay. Initially, I also felt the same way about selling. You see, I've been training pilots. I have never been in the sale business or selling business. This is what exactly I tell my people. I mean, there is a guy, again, a higher ups in his status and business. And I told him the same thing. Look here, we come from the same background. I've never done the sale ever. But when I found, however, that this is not selling business, this is about sharing about the product that has benefited me. The problem that I was having for 10 years is gone within 2 years' time. So I do. Do you think sharing is selling? So now you need to say about somebody else, but better you give your own example. Feel, felt, found, and try to again do the same thing. Take away. If you feel that this is the right fit for you, say yes. If you think no, say no. So a summary of today's webinar is understand the reason, number one, for the objection. Where is that person's pain? Now, second is to provide a solution. And then confirm the objection has been handled. And that I've given you all those 5 steps to that. That is the summary. And the additional tip which I would like to give, which you have learned today, is plan to answer the objection. All those questions which are there. There were 12 objections which I had highlighted, plus 2 which are the real ones. So get ready how to handle the objection professionally. So this webinar, you need to learn this skill, how to prepare and plan to answer the question. If you have handled the objection in a right way, 90% of the chances are the person is going to join. So now I come to the last poll, which is going to give me a feedback. And that question is your understanding of handling objection clear after this webinar? Please go ahead. I'll give you 1 minute. And we have got now more people, 55 people have joined. So please give me your answer that your objection handling is clear now. So I've got 23 people who have answered. I would like, please, there are 55 people. So I would like at least 50 people to answer. Just you have to press yes or press no. That should be good enough. I'm not telling you to write an essay on objection handling, or I'm not telling you to please come and give me the answer, live answer. So I've got another about 15 seconds to go, and then I'll close this poll. So if you are clear, then I would like you all to use this webinar information. And this webinar information, let me tell you, Still, there are only 30 people who have answered. So you need to interact, my dear. All those who are in the business, try to open up and try to get to these such polls which are there. So I'm going to end the poll, and then I'm going to share the result. And the result is, Alhamdulillah, 100% of the people have understood how to handle objection. So my job is done. I'm a happy man. I'm a satisfied man. Whatever time that I have put today, exactly 1 hour I have taken, by the way. And that's what I do respect the time. And reference of today's webinar is my book. And the other place of what a wonderful lady, Sonia Stringer, who is teaching hundreds of people around the world, Business Academy for Women in Network Marketing. I am her student since last 2 years, and I'm learning the new skill of today, which is called social media prospecting from her. And this is one of the important skill that she taught was about objection handling. I wish and pray for all of you who is in this webinar or who will listen to this replay, good health, joy, and prosperity. Stay safe and stay healthy. Time to learn direct selling business is now. There cannot be any other time other than now to learn about the home-based online global business. I have one announcement to make, and that announcement is very dear to me right from the beginning. Since 2012, I was involved in malnutrition. This, Dr. Lim has started $1 one child campaign. I want everyone to please be part of this. All those who are getting the bonus, whether it is 100 dirham or $100 or $10,000 or whatever, give $1 to this campaign. And this is open for everyone anywhere in the world who's listening to me. You can join anytime, but this is going to go for 6 months. And whatever you give, let me tell you, you get happy when you help needy people. And let's join hand together and be part of this wonderful campaign to eradicate malnutrition from this face of the earth. How can I help you? My gift always, I have this Map Your Freedom YouTube channel. Every week I'm putting 2 videos. And the last video which I had put was on diabetes, and and it is divided into 3 parts. One is health, one is personal development, but mostly I talk about the business aspect. The YouTube channel, which is called Map Your Freedom, my Facebook group, which is health, wealth, and personal development. You need to send me the request. I cannot join you. Already there are 8,000 plus 8,500 people who are getting benefit every Friday at 10 a.m. Dubai time. You can change your time. I'm doing a live session or I'm putting something in it. For more info on how to handle objection, those people who has got the book, they should read it, because once you read, then only you can master the whole thing. All those who are not in DXN, who are listening to me, can contact me via my mapyourfreedom.com. You can contact me with any questions that you have. Not the DXN people, all who are not in the DXN, go to mapyourfreedom.com and you can contact me over there. Thank you very much. God bless you all for being with me for this 1 hour. And now I'm ready to answer your question. I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll come direct to Mr. Bowman.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed Fatemi Ghani, sir, first Crown Ambassador from Middle East, a great mentor, great leader and author. It was a fantastic session, sir. I was also attending in between, because in between there was some customer also. It was a great session, and if we are having any question, we will take it. Let me check the question, sir. Anybody is having any question, you can just ask here in the chat box or question answer session. So that
there are 3 people, Bowman, who have raised their hand.
Okay. But if they are raising the question, I cannot see the question, sir.
All right. I would request everyone to So how we can start? There is a guy who's asking, Adnan Ahmed Usmani. Adnan Ahmed, please get to my Map Your Freedom. I will get in touch with you. I mean, your question is answered. Anybody else who's got a question on this very
question,
important
please,
part of our business?
type it in the chat box or question and answer. We will answer you. I think clear, sir. Your session was excellent and it was very, very clear. I take this opportunity to thank you, Mr. Mohammed Fatemi Ghani, sir, from DXN Middle East Management. It was a great, fantastic session. This session will be available in YouTube also. It is already available in Facebook Live, and within a day, it will be available in YouTube channel also. Thank you so much, sir.
I pray that everybody stays safe, and of course, most important is they should take this DXN very seriously. Thank you so much.